important part of the game. This
Oh,
is
God.
essentially a rook.
Let's just get down, knock heads. I don't know, rugby seems like one of those ancient manly man sports.
Yeah, it seems like it's been around for a long time. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite boy from the Midwest, Ethan. I am joined again today by wife.
Hi.
Here recently we've been checking out videos on European sports. We did one on cricket, we've done some on European football. I've even done some live streams of England's football games. Sadly, they did lose in the Euros. It was a really close game. It was really intense to watch. It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Thanks to everyone who joined that stream.
Yeah, I was even able to watch a little bit of it, and that was actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was a really good match. But from those sports videos, a lot of you guys keep saying, watch rugby, watch rugby, watch rugby.
I know I'm more interested in it for sure.
Yeah, since she's more of an American football person at the moment, she still is. So I know rugby will probably be a little bit more up her alley. A while back, I did watch a rugby greatest hits, or rugby roughest hits.
And that was interesting too.
And that was really interesting and intense. And I'm just now getting into this video, which will explain the rules of rugby so that I can actually maybe watch some matches. I think the season's starting up in a month or so.
Oh, really?
I'm not for sure. I think it kind of correlates with the American football.
Oh.
But anyway, guys, let me know if that's the case, and I might try to check out some games. If I can't watch them live, I might try to watch some highlights and react to those. We're doing another video today by Nai Lai. He's the one who explained the cricket and the football to us. He does a pretty good job explaining everything, especially in such a short time. If there's anything that he left out, guys, comment below, and if there's a more in-depth video that you guys have come across, put it down in the comments below. This is the most viewed video that I came across, and that's why I'm checking it out. Other than that, though, guys, before we get into the video, you guys know what to do. Like, share, turn that notification bell on if you haven't, so you're not missing out on any content that I'm putting out. Feel free to check me out on Instagram, Discord, comment below on YouTube.
They get the point. Let's just get to the video.
I do have a PO box for anyone who's interested in sending gifts to us that we will open up on camera and you guys can check out. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, with that being said, let's get into the video and learn how Rugby Union is played.
Okay.
The rules of Rugby Union. The object of the game is for your team to score more points than the opposing team. The game is played with two teams of 15, playing on a field that's 100 metres long between the goal lines. In Rugby Union, you may run forwards with the ball, and you may kick the ball forwards. But what's interesting about Rugby Union is that you can only pass the ball backwards or sideways. You cannot pass the ball forwards, and doing so will result in your opponent being awarded possession. The idea is to score points, and there are several ways to do this. Number 1.
Looks familiar.
So wait, that's the opposite then.
Wait, what?
That's the opposite of American football.
What part?
You're not allowed to throw the ball forward.
Oh, yeah.
You can run it forward.
There's only like a certain amount of people that can actually throw
No,
it
I
and
get that. I'm just that's I think one of the big differences.
A try. You can run with the ball into your opponent's in-goal area and place the ball down onto the ground. This is a try and is worth 5 points.
I think it has
Unlike in American football, the player must press the ball on the ground with downward pressure. No downward pressure equals no try. Number 2. A conversion. After scoring a try, you are awarded a conversion kick to add more points. The kick is made from a spot 20 metres from the goal line and perpendicular to the spot where the try was scored. Kicking the ball between the posts and over the crossbar scores 2 points.
I mean, that's just like a
That's
field
gonna be scary to just have people run at you like that.
But that's pretty much just like a field goal, except it's sideways and it's a set distance.
Yeah, well, field goals, it's more like extra point after a touchdown.
Yeah, but it said it was worth 2 points.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. They didn't say how much the normal
conversion.
Conversion is
that what it's called? 2 points.
That's when you kick it, but what's it worth when you actually go across?
I don't know.
I don't know if they've mentioned that yet.
3.
We'll see.
A penalty. If your opponent commits a foul, you may choose to kick the ball from the ground between the goalposts.
So that's like
this scores 3 points.
Other football.
Number 4. A drop goal. You can also kick the ball between the posts at any time during open play. To do this, you must drop the ball onto the ground first before kicking it. This also scores 3
So it has to bounce off the ground, it looks like.
points. To stop you from scoring, your opponents will try and stop you by tackling. Your opponent can grab you below the shoulders and pull you to the floor or stop you moving forwards. In Rugby Union, once a player is tackled, the ball carrier must let go of the ball. This usually results in players pushing each other away on the ground whilst the teammate tries to get possession of the ball. Players from either team can get possession at this point. This is known as a ruck and is an important part of the game. To the untrained eye, it looks like a bunch of men rolling around on the floor, but in reality, they're trying to push the opponents away so that they can get the ball. The maul is the other important part of the game. This is essentially a ruck while standing up. Players will usually push opposing players backwards in order to gain better field position. Unlike in American football or rugby league, there are no set limits for possession. If a team can keep the ball for the entire game, they generally will.
Looks like he's just like trying to pull his pants out.
It looks like he's giving him a wedgie.
Oh my gosh.
Do you guys know what a wedgie is? There's that
sure
American term.
I'm sure they know what wedgie is.
Let me know. It might mean something different.
But yet... but that is interesting that that the team can keep it the whole time.
Yeah.
Or that's definitely very, very different.
Well, that's the same in football too, because...
Yeah, but it just seems like it always passes back and forth so much in football.
Yeah, that's true.
The game is played in two 40-minute halves for a combined playing time of
only
80 minutes.
Jeez.
The team with the highest score after 80 minutes wins. That's basically the gist of it, but there's a few other rules you'll need to understand before playing or going to a game. For example, knock-on.
Jeez.
Any player deflecting the ball forwards with their arms or body is committing a knock-on. Remember, you're not allowed to pass the ball forwards, so you're not allowed to deflect it forwards either, unless it's a kick. Committing a knock-on will result to the other team being awarded a scrum. Scrum. This is a method of restarting play, usually after a forward pass or a knock-on. The forwards of both teams line up and push against one another whilst the ball is rolled between them. In general, any team can win possession of the ball at this point. In touch.
The scrum reminds me of like a very Irish or Scottish
thing,
like an old school,
I wonder
like hurling or something, like very Highlander. It kind of reminds me of like a Highland game or something.
Yeah, manly man.
Yeah, it's just a very
game,
manly man type of thing.
Let's just get down, knockheads.
It looks very awkward, but
well, especially with the wedgie.
Touch. This is rugby terminology for out of the playing area. The outer lines of the field are touch lines, and any ball leaving the field of play is said to be in touch. Line out. This is another method of restarting play, usually when the ball is left the field in touch. Players from each team will line up 1 meter apart whilst the ball is being thrown between them. Players are allowed to lift teammates up to try and gain possession of the ball. There are many other rules not discussed here, but as you watch or play Rugby Union, they will become very clear indeed.
So yeah, I definitely think that you would enjoy rugby.
Oh my gosh, just watching that little clip reminded me a lot of our NFL football, which I love. So it was just like, oh, this whole new version of the NFL that I know of. So I'm really interested.
It's interesting though, because after watching some football matches, it actually is. It looks like it kind of like a mix between football and basketball and American football. Grant, I don't know which one came first.
I don't know. Rugby seems like one of those ancient manly man sports.
Yeah, it seems like it's been around for a long time. And the fact that it's only 80 minutes definitely makes it more watchable, I guess, because
it doesn't take up that much time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not even an hour and a half.
Well, I don't know. The NFL football is technically only an hour of playtime, but the clock is stopped constantly, so it takes like 3 hours for a match.
Now, one thing I know he didn't explain is when it goes out of bounds. I don't think he mentioned if the clock continues like in football or if they stop the time and throw the ball in.
That's what I'm saying. It could take longer than the 80 minutes that it talks about, but...
Well, like I was just, it would be interesting to know if it's like football though, and anyone can just go out and grab it and throw it in. But yeah, guys, this is just kind of an introduction to rugby. If the season starts in a month, I definitely kind of want to check out some games. If there's some really, really good highlight reels, send them my way.
I know we've done one, I think.
It was just the roughest hits.
Yeah,
it wasn't
that was
actually
really
plays.
Interesting.
And then if there's a video that goes into more of the rules, because he even said that there's more rules he didn't explain.
It's just a good introduction for those of us who don't know anything about it, really.
But it's definitely, for 4 minutes, he does get a lot in and gets you interested, which is, I really do appreciate that he's doing this.
I feel like I could watch a match and understand enough of it. You know, the teams are obvious enough, and I can kind of understand.
I have heard that rugby is not as big in England as in other countries. Let me know.
What country is it most popular in?
Yeah, I feel like Australia.
Do you know? Really?
I don't know why. I just feel like that it's Australia.
They're tough down under.
Anyway, guys, let us know if it is popular over there. What you guys think of rugby. I want to ask which one is better, rugby or football. Obviously, most people probably go with football.
I feel like there's a lot of rugby fans.
Yeah, but I feel like football is just universally more...
Maybe, but I think...
popular.
Rugby looks like a pretty intense game.
We'll catch you guys in the next video. It'll probably be another rugby video. Please be safe, take care of yourselves, and...
Bye.